Hey guys, MBB here. Today I've got Danger Gren Maju. Um, there are a lot of Gren Maju variants, Golden Castle of Stromberg. There's the pretty cheesy Necroface build with the new Banlist. But yeah, overall, Dangers are my favorite Gren Maju builds, so that's what I'm going to be covering. You basically just blind second, load your field with tons of high attack monsters, and just attack for a game. So obviously you've got 3 Gren Maju. It's the only normal summon in the deck, and it just gains 400 attack for each of your banished cards, which is pretty crazy. So you can just get this guy up to crazy high attack numbers. One of the ways you do that is by using Gizmek Orochi, the Serpentron Sky Slasher, which if it's in your hand or graveyard, you can banish 8 cards from the top of your extra deck face down to special summon it. So not only does it banish a lot of cards from your deck, but it's also a level 8 monster, which is actually pretty important. And, well, it just has a lot of attack. Then we've got a bunch of dangers, 3 Bigfoot, Thunderbird, and Ogopogo, just all the level 8s. So Bigfoot and Thunderbird can both pop cards with their secondary effects. Ogopogo can send one of your own danger cards from your deck to your graveyard. But since we have all these level 8s, we can make a lot of rank 8 exceed plays. So that's like the main idea with playing these specific dangers. And then we've also got Chupacabra, Nessie, and Jackalope, which all help to facilitate more rank 8 exceed plays. That's why I'm not playing Tsuchinoko, because it does nothing to help our rank 8 strategy. And yeah, Tsuchinoko is great for link summoning. That's why it's one of the best dangers. That's why it's limited. But it does not do a whole lot in this deck because it has very low attack, and we don't link summon a ton. So I'm not playing Tsuchinoko. The only other monsters in the deck, 3 Gamma Seal. It's also a level 8, but it can just really help to out problematic cards like El Shadal Winda and Dragoon of Red Eyes when that comes out. And 1 Dino Wrestler Pankratops. This is like one of the best going second cards in the entire game. So it's kind of like if you draw it, great, you get a big beater, you get to pop a card. If you don't draw it, that's fine too. You have a lot of other good cards in the deck, but it's a nice card just to have. We've got 3 Pot of Desires, one of our many draw cards. And then, like Gizmek Orochi, this also fuels our Gren Maju's attack. And then we've got 3 Allure of Darkness. This just helps us to dig through our deck. One of the great things about all of these draw cards in the deck is that it really helps because in games 2 and 3, you're going to be a lot more likely to see your side cards. So Allure of Darkness just allows you to dig through your deck. I guess it helps to fuel Gren Maju, but only by 1 monster, only 400 attack points. But still just really helps just to keep digging for your Gren Maju, all of your other cards. And then last draw card is 3 Trade-In. Trade-In's actually like really good. You can trade in Gizmek, which is pretty much just free advantage. You could also trade in Bigfoot or Thunderbird if you want to pop a card. So yeah, trade-in is just very, very good. And then we've got 3 Super Polymerization. This is just like one of the craziest going second cards in the game. It allows you to discard cards, maybe a Gizmek, maybe a Danger to trigger their effect. And yeah, it just allows you to fuse away your opponent's stuff. Another way you can use it actually is during your battle phase. You can fuse away your own cards, and just to get that last little push of damage. We've got 2 Twin Twister for backer removal. I don't think 3 is necessary. You have a lot of draw cards. So when I did play 3, I would often clog on multiples. So I think 2 is fine. You draw it when you need to. Like 1 would be way too little, then it wouldn't be worth playing. I think 2 is definitely the right number. And actually, just a quick note, why Twin Twisters is actually better than Lightning Storm in my opinion in this deck, because you have so many draw cards, right? You have your dangers, and if you draw a Twin Twister off of a danger's draw effect, great, you get to pop back row. But if I was playing Lightning Storm and I used a danger effect and drew into a Lightning Storm, that Lightning Storm would be totally dead because I control a face-up card now. Next we've got 1 Foolish Burial, essentially a 4th copy of Gizmek since Gizmek's effect can be used in the graveyard. 1 Mind Control. It's just again, one of the best going second cards in the entire game. It feels especially great when you can steal one of your opponent's level 8 monsters and, make a rank 8 play with that. One danger response team. So what's great about danger response team is it allows you to not only bounce one of your dangers and one of your opponent's monsters to the field, but also it allows you to put it on the bottom of your deck, discard a card, discard a danger monster, put it on the bottom of your deck, draw a card. So that allows you to proc your dangers effects, and it can also be sent to the graveyard via Ogopogo. So that's the main reason why we play it, just so we have something to send off of Ogopogo. So yeah, that's it. 40 cards. Pretty straightforward. It's actually very consistent because we do have the 9 draw cards plus all of the dangers. Then for the extra deck, for links, we've got the Wee Witch. Wee Witch is pretty cool. It's not like you use her like a ton, but you can link off probably 2 dangers, and then it boosts your Gizmek, it boosts your other dangers, so Wee Witch can help you get a lot of damage on board. Then we've got Nightmare Phoenix to pop back row Nightmare Unicorn, more generic removal. And then Borosword and Top Logic 0 Boros are like our big beaters in the deck. For rank 8s, the main rank 8 is Dingirsu. This is the one you use the most. It's like one of the biggest reasons to go with this whole rank 8 strategy, but it's just such a good going second card, allowing you to send a card your opponent controls to the graveyard and protect your entire field. We've also got a going first option, Hope Harbinger. So this is like your main option going first. It just negates a spell card. We've also got number 68, Sandifon the Sky Prison. Can lock out certain decks that require a lot of special summoning from the graveyard. We've got number 23, Lancelot, Dark Knight of the Underworld. So what's really cool about Lancelot is that it can attack directly, and then when it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you just destroy a card your opponent controls, which is really cool. A little bit like Dingirsu with that destruction effect, and then it can also negate a spell or trap card or monster effect. But what's interesting is that that's a mandatory effect, so it just negates the first thing that happens pretty much, regardless of which player uses it. So Lancelot will negate your own cards if you're not careful. And then the last rank 8 is number 22, Zombie-Stein. One of the best things about Zombie-Stein is actually just that it has 4,500 attack. So Zombie-Stein can really help to push for damage. So it's actually comes in handy. And then it's also a disruption if you're forced to go first, or if you just can't OTK your opponent. And then we've got 5 super poly targets. So 2 Starving Venom. This is definitely the best super poly target. So we play 2 just in case you draw multiple super polys over the course of the game. But then we've also got the Predaplant Dragos Stapelia, which is really good against pendulums and random stuff. Earth Golem Adagnister. This is really good against Salamangreat and also some random decks. And Mud Dragon is good against random decks. So yeah, that's all. Without further ado, let's get into some replays.